With its announcement about the use of XRP, the US Federal Reserve recently grabbed news. The possible integration of RippleNet for payment processing has been emphasized by St. Louis Federal Reserve Branch Senior Vice President David Andolfato. In particular, it has been highlighted that RippleNet depends on XRP to act as a facilitator for these transactions. In direct quotation from David Andolfato, the Fed may delegate settlement obligations to a third party like Ripple. If this development comes to pass, XRP's value is expected to rise significantly, possibly hitting $10,000. It's also critical to remember that the Federal Reserve's action is not unexpected. The Federal Reserve acknowledged the potential role of XRP and XLM in improving the blockchain component of their Fed Now payment service. In an official announcement a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, the focus is on Ripple, which is well known for its creative cross-border payment solutions and open-source financial transaction technology. The Fed Now Payment Services incorporation of Ripple's technology is expected to have a significant role in propelling XRP's value to previously unheard-of levels. Hi there, your go-to resource for everything XRP, the Peppo Coin channel. Before we get started, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to become a member of our community. And when we reach 60,000 members, we're going to launch a huge XRP giveaway. 3 straightforward actions make it easy to put your hat in the ring. Thus, be sure to complete all of it to guarantee your place, including the hashtag in the comments. Let's get right to the subject of the day. Our attention is on the Federal Reserve's partnership with Ripple, which was formally revealed on the federalreserve.gov website. The U.S. Path to Faster Payments report, the Faster Payment Task Force Approaches opening section, recognizes Ripple as a major participant in the Federal Reserve's payment solutions cooperation. The capacity of Ripple to enable real-time international payments, which typically take 2 to 4 days with little tracking and pricing transparency, is particularly highlighted in the paper. Ripple transforms this by providing quick settlement and full visibility into fees and payment status. Next, we learn that Ripple and the Fed have expanded their partnership to cover domestic payments. Viewers can pause and read the detailed documentation that supports this. A significant section of the study highlights how central institutions such as the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority have partnered with Ripple to improve their domestic payment systems. The report's discussion of Ripple Labs' innovation at the core level of payment processing, with an emphasis on providing a free real-time settlement infrastructure internationally, is another intriguing feature. It shows that the Federal Reserve intends to embrace and put into use Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement mechanism, which is expected to replace current fund transfer systems. Looking back, this development had early warning signs. During a Federal Reserve episode on Fox News about investigating a digital US around a year ago, the Ripple logo was prominently highlighted. In addition, organizations like the Federal Reserve Board, the Bank of International Settlements (BIS), the International Monetary Fund, and the IMF have expressed interest in Ripple's technology by adding it to their list of operating in the shadows partners. It is clear from delving further into the fascinating realm of international banking that a sizable amount of the world's wealth is managed by the Bank of International Settlements, or BIS. It is noteworthy that Ripple has entered this field. We have a statement from the Department of the Interior that quotes Frederickshire Board of Governors Senior Council member Jess Chan. According to reports, Jess, a former Deputy General Counsel member at Ripple, is leading this effort. There's a lot to analyze here for those who are interested in the finer points, and it's all highly related. However, that is only the beginning. Many of you may be surprised by what I'm going to disclose. The Federal Reserve recently warned that rising interest rates and pressure on real estate could cause bank losses. It's interesting to note that they have been discussing this with a number of partners since early March. Furthermore, it appears that XRP will be adopted by the EU and BRICS. The European Union has even stated that the XRP ledger will be used to manage wealth transfers and serve as the basis for the new digital euro. This assertion is backed by a number of sources that indicate an impending increase in the value of XRP. As it acquires international popularity, a respected expert projects a short-term increase to $500.50 with the potential to reach $10,000. Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito is credited with this realization. As we watch the video, it becomes evident that XRP's story is changing quickly. Beyond the SEC versus Ripple controversy, we are now witnessing the BRICS countries firmly choose to work with Ripple to establish their central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger. According to breaking news, this BRICS-backed central bank digital currency is expected to be a major international financial tool. Additionally, there is proof of Ripple's vast network in every BRICS country, which we will examine in more depth. Let's begin our adventure in Brazil, where a revolutionary event has taken place. Brazil has introduced a groundbreaking cryptocurrency on-demand liquidity service in collaboration with Ripple. The financial technology landscape in the nation has advanced significantly as a result of this project. After that, we focus on Russia. Numerous documents demonstrate President Putin's strategic move to diversify away from the US money and the petrodollar. There has been a noticeable shift in favor of Ripple Labs following SWIFT's decision to bar Russia from its payment system. Creating a Russian central bank digital currency (CBDC) on the XRP ledger is the aim. This action not only circumvents the SWIFT restriction but also makes use of the XRP ledger's decentralized structure to guarantee Russia's continuous involvement in international finance while refocusing attention on India. We discover Ripple at the vanguard of yet another noteworthy endeavor, driving India's aspirational digital rupee initiative. This effort, which is supported by technology from Ripple Labs, marks a significant advancement in India's quest for a full global CBDC. The tale doesn't stop there, though. China has also joined the battle, working with Ripple to gain traction in the field of digital currencies issued by central banks. This collaboration demonstrates Ripple's growing clout in the international financial sector. The story is the same in Africa. The increasing significance of CBDCs on the XRP ledger throughout the continent is highlighted in the 2022 African Blockchain Study. According to the research, Ripple and XRP have been implemented for payment processing systems in South Africa and more than a dozen additional African nations. The ledger's growing significance in Africa's financial ecosystem is demonstrated by its broad adoption. Lastly, XRP was mentioned as a top digital asset for payment services in a recent BRICS report. The BRICS' support solidifies XRP's standing as a major force in the digital currency space. Price projections for XRP have increased in light of recent events, and some particularly noteworthy estimates have caught our notice. A thorough investigation is inevitably prompted when prominent financial gurus publicly forecast that XRP will trade at $500.50. Our research pointed us in the direction of ChatGPT, a well-known AI bot. Four cryptocurrencies, XRP, Ripple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, were identified by this AI as having the potential to rise by an astounding 100,000% by 2024. Given the viewpoint of Arthur Brito, a co-founder of Ripple, such a pricing threshold for XRP shouldn't be shocking. He feels that XRP was created with the intention of reaching $10,000. Brito also highlights XRP's scalability, stating that it can meet the expected $7.5 billion in global financial demands. What does $1.50 mean then, in this situation? $1.50 is merely a first step toward XRP's actual potential worth in the long run. However, global scalability and significant financial throughput via the XRP ledger are necessary to reach the colossal price of $10,000, which is the desired aim for XRP. In keeping with this trend, 21 nations have formally decided to abandon the US dollar, and virtual institutions are working more and more with AI to create CBDCs on the XRP ledger. This change points to an increasing trend of central banks collaborating with Ripple and, more significantly, incorporating the XRP ledger into their business processes. The recent move by Dubai's central bank to fully support the use of XRP just 3 days ago is evidence of this trend. Dubai's action is just one more example of how XRP is becoming more widely used and accepted worldwide. Please keep in mind that I do not hold a financial advisor license. These videos' material is only meant to be entertaining. Before making any financial decisions, I always advise viewers to do their own research and speak with experts. Many thanks for listening. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. To be the first to know when I release new stuff, be sure to enable the alerts. I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Be careful.